Hello, my name is Chris Tesarski. I'm here today to talk to you about ESG in our continuing video series. And today we're going to focus on the first letter of ESG, which is the environment. As you know, ESG is environment, social governance, but today we're going to talk about the environment. And we're going to hit on a subject that you've heard a lot about, I'm sure, and that is the difference between climate and weather. These two things are somewhat interrelated, but also very, very different. I'm here sitting in the beautiful city of Calgary, our home, and we also know that Calgary is one of those cities that has recorded snow in every month of the year. Not a lot of cities can claim that, but Calgary's one of them. And people will watch the news and hear about snow in July or August and say, so much for global warming. But in fact, that's not really accurate. If we look at the total picture of climate versus weather, as it might be snowing in July, the problem is there's massive heat waves going on in other parts of the world, which are leading to forest fires. But then also, often what happens is very significant rainfall will suddenly hit. And because of the forest fires and because of the extreme heat, it's knocked out a lot of the vegetation. When the vegetation's knocked out, now you have nothing left to root and hold back the soil. And so when the heavy rains come, now you have massive flooding and landslides. So here's some weather pattern. Yes, that's true. It's a weather pattern in Calgary that gives us some snow until 1 o'clock when it melts on the ground. But then across the continent, across the world, in all different parts, we're getting these extremes of temperature and actual climate related things. So when we look at these events that occur, it's incredibly important that we realize that our climate is changing. That's undeniable. And it's these major events that happen in other parts of the world that show us truly that temperatures are warming, we're having more forest fires, more damaging climate events like landslides and massive flooding that come along after that. And also, one of the key critical components is species loss as well. That all plays into it. It's all part of the environment and the ecosystems that have been created. And when the vegetation is lost and the habitats for different creatures that live there are lost, the ecosystem is lost. Often the insects then can come back and be a much more of a problem. And that, coupled with heat, leads to often to drought, which can lead to famine and scarcity of food supply. These are all the ways that we look at the larger picture and the difference between a weather event, some snow, yeah, as inconvenient as that is in Calgary, but around the rest of the world, we're seeing major events that are impacted by a change in the climate. ESG is something we're going to keep talking about. It's really important that we realize all the different factors that are involved, and I'm looking forward to bringing you more videos over the course of the coming weeks. My name's Chris Tesarski. I acknowledge this land, and I know what it's going to take for us to make our communities stronger and better. I want to make my community stronger and better. I trust that you'll join with me in that.